Maher called out CNN's Kaitlan Collins on the network's bias. Let's watch.
You made press because you were on Stephen Colbert's show, and he said something like, you guys at CNN just report the news straight. And the crowd burst into laughter.
CNN is the place where both sides can watch. And
I'm talking about the people on CNN. And what I know what the conservative side of America thinks, and I don't blame them. They were just gushing about how great a speech it was. And I think she did fine. I didn't think it was as good as they were making it out to be. It does look like tokenism. It's kind of like the same as The View. In a way, I feel like it's more insulting than what Trump does. And Trump says you're the enemy of the people, which is pretty bad. What she's kind of saying is, I don't need you. I'm not talking to you. You don't matter. You're not relevant anymore. To me, that's even worse than I hate you. It's like, I don't think about you.
I don't know if it's worse than denigrating the press on a daily basis.
Bill Maher sparked a firestorm when he openly challenged CNN's credibility, calling out anchor Kaitlan Collins over what he sees as clear media bias. The moment that set everything off came when a joke about CNN just reporting the news straight triggered laughter from an audience, something Maher didn't ignore. For him, that reaction said more than any headline ever could about how the public really views mainstream media today.
Would you continue to give Ukraine money and weapons if you're elected? What's the answer?
If I'm president, I will have that war settled in one day, 24 hours. It'll be absolutely over.
Do you want Ukraine to win this war?
I don't think in terms of winning and losing. I think in terms of getting it settled so we stop killing all these people.
Can I just follow up on that because that's a really important
statement
let me
that
just
you just
made
follow
there.
up.
Can you say if you want Ukraine or Russia to win this war?
I want everybody to stop dying. They're dying. Russians and Ukrainians.
Maher questioned whether CNN truly serves as a platform for both sides, arguing that in a deeply divided country, people want at least one place they can trust. While Collins defended the network by pointing to interviews with politicians from both parties, Maher wasn't convinced. To him, occasional balance doesn't equal true neutrality, it just creates the illusion of.
You held on to those documents when you knew the federal government was seeking them and then had given you a subpoena to return them.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Can I talk?
Yeah, what's the
answer? Do you mind?
I would like for you to answer the question.
Okay, it's very simple to answer.
That's why I asked it.
It's very simple you're a nasty person, I'll tell you.
The conversation quickly shifted toward Donald Trump and media coverage surrounding him. Maher suggested that many conservatives feel alienated by how networks portray events, especially when praise or criticism appears one-sided. He admitted that even he, someone who has leaned left politically, can understand why distrust in media is growing.
Just created by Donald Trump.
Okay, but can I say, you can't blame, and everyone wants your dad to be safe. No one wants the threats against his life to happen, but you can't blame the media for those threats. There's been no evidence. That's what drove those.
And allows people to have a platform to call someone literally Hitler every day for 9 years, it creates it. Okay. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's a fact.
But as you know, J.D. Vance once likened.
A key example discussed was a tense exchange between Collins and Trump regarding the Ukraine war. Critics argued the question was designed as a gotcha moment, forcing Trump into a lose-lose answer. Instead, Trump avoided the trap by focusing on ending the conflict rather than picking a winner, which shifted the narrative entirely.
You're talking about the press doing that?
He's saying that's what they did, and that is what they did. They buried the Hunter Biden story before the election because they were like, we can't risk having the election thrown to Trump. We'll tell them after the election.
And we know for a fact that that's what they did?
Of course. You don't follow this.
Saying you know for a fact that that's what they did. I don't know what they did.
I know, because you only watch MSNBC.
Maher's broader point was about media strategy. He argued that journalists sometimes frame questions in ways that corner politicians rather than clarify issues. In his view, this approach doesn't inform the public, it fuels division and reinforces the idea that the media is playing an active role in shaping outcomes.
What you'd have to call some sort of media suppression of Hunter Biden's computer right before the election.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Okay,
and the truth is, I still don't know what I think about that. And sometimes,
right.
But I mean, to actually parse everything in there and figure out just how dirty Biden Sr. is as a result of the information there.
Can I go to step two? But nothing really. It was common. It was the kind of sort of everyday graft that's sleazy, but doesn't affect the world. Probably.
Yes.
Hunter Biden sold his father's influence to get money But Joe Biden himself would not give away our nuclear secrets to the Chinese. He's not, he has a soft spot for his son, his ne'er-do-well, stupid son.
I mean, you've heard his voicemails to his Hunter.
So, like, Dad, I'm in a little bit of a jam. Could you just meet with the Chinese guy next week? It would mean a lot to me. And Joe would do it. And then
The discussion intensified when past media handling of major political stories came up, particularly the Hunter Biden laptop controversy. Maher acknowledged that there appeared to be some level of suppression or hesitation in reporting the story before the election, which added to public skepticism about select.
You guys at CNN just report the news straight, and the crowd burst into laughter. Look, I'm on CNN now. I guess we're on it right now. I mean, they show this show the next night. I don't know how we get away with it with all the fucks, but they do. And all these dirty jokes. But I'm glad. And I'm a big rooter for CNN. But that tells you a lot, doesn't it? I mean, how do you guys think you are doing in that arena of this is a terribly divided country. We're not only politicized, a lot of people just hate the other side. And CNN, in my view, should be the place where both sides can watch.